Asha is quite strong-willed. If there were, say, two characteristics I would use to define him, I would say strong-willed and curious as a result of his intellectual ability. It was divine intervention that we got to know about the academy when we did. My name is Saudi Atoebi. I'm the mom of Asha Atoebi, who is in the Boys Leadership Academy.
My name is Tina Mohammed. I am Asha's grandma.
So, my son Asha is quite strong willed. If there were, say, two characteristics I would use to define him, I would say strong willed and curious as a result of his intellectual abilities. Asha is he wants to do things his way. And because he's quite smart, um, it's hard to just tell him what to do and then he just does it. He will ask you why. He will challenge the status quo to try and understand why you're making him do the things you do. So in raising him, we've had to learn how to deal with his personality and not let it be a source of constant clashes. Because as an African parent, having children always question you or challenge your authority can be really difficult because of our orientation and how we were raised. But we've had to learn how to deal with him, to nurture him and help him and not kill the good part of that personality while helping him manage it. Yeah.
My name is Asha and I'm 11 years old and I'm in JSS1. My hobbies are playing chess, playing football, playing basketball, and reading. The Boy Leadership Academy has impacted me in many different ways, such as how now I find myself being nicer to my brother, being more controlled, even when it gets me angry, and also being more self-disciplined. It has helped me be more serious at school and be more disciplined to plan for my academic goals. And it has helped me because I've improved a lot. I become more serious in school.
Okay, so I didn't know there was a boys leadership academy, but thanks to Mrs. Akimba, whose son is in the academy, she introduced me to it. Her son and Asha have been friends since kindergarten, preschool, and last year she introduced me to it to say, "Hey, I've enrolled David in this course, in this academy, and I think it will be a blessing to you as well." And that's how I knew about the academy. And then once I was introduced, we started from the level one courses, which you have to do before you become a member of the academy. We did those ones and then waited for when the academy proper started and we enrolled Asha.
Before I joined the academy, there were a lot of things I could not do and I was not disciplined enough to do.
Things like, even asking him to get food for himself, even if it's not the case of him cooking, it was a big issue.
Before I joined the academy, I'll have everyone do things for me, and I never thought about doing it for myself.
Before he went to the academy, I know that we virtually did everything for Asha. He could hardly do anything. He will even ask you to feed him if you could.
So I would say one of the biggest differences I've seen since Asha joined the academy is the skills he has picked up. Before Asha joined the academy, he was literally doing nothing at home. So he's fortunate to have his grandma at home. She would wake him up, bathe him, brush him, get his uniform ready, carry his school bag for him, give him breakfast. And there was no sense, I don't know, maybe that's a shortcoming on our part. We just kept looking at him like he's too young, he shouldn't do certain things. And that led to that nonchalance about doing tasks.
But as I joined the academy, I've started taking on more responsibilities. It has helped me to become more serious and get better grades. It has helped me to learn a lot of new skills. It has also helped my spiritual life because before this I didn't really know God. And from every topic we tackle, I always see the part God has played with it, and it has helped me to become closer with Him.
Honestly, I don't know what life would have been without the academy. And this is not me even trying to hype.
The thing I like most about the academy is the fact that anytime we have a problem, Coach Uka will be there always to reach out to us. Even though we are vast in the academy and many, he will always be there to single us out and manage our problems. I want to be a tech mogul when I grow up, and the reason for this is because I used to go to coding classes that I was enrolled in by my mom. Ever since then, I've enjoyed it and I've had a burning passion for it. I also like the innovation that comes with it. And I also want to be a pastor, and this is because I want to have people brought to the kingdom of God, and I want to inspire people.
I think it was divine intervention that we got to know about the academy when we did, because we did at the point where he was already around 9 years old, already like preteen, puberty setting in, and managing him was becoming increasingly challenging, so to say. So the academy has been amazing in terms of providing that outside trusted voice that can help to fortify the things we're trying to do at home. Coach Ebuka is someone that the kids have grown to love and respect. It's a different kind of relationship, like from the teachers, where sometimes the authority is just strictly, that teacher-student relationship. But the boys actually love Coach Ebuka and Coach Ruth as well. And they're able to listen to them such that when Coach Ebuka tells them to do something, they take it to heart. And you know how kids are sometimes with their parents and trusted adults that they're used to, they often take for granted. It gets to the point that you're telling them to do this and they're like, no, I know better than you.
My role model is my dad. He is very hardworking. I also see that my dad is loving, always ready to show kindness. I best balance school and chores by routine and structure, which is one of the topics we are taught in the academy.
For Asha, there has been improvement in his behavior because some of the things that we struggled with, they teach in the academy. Many times I walk in, I let him do his classes by himself, but I walk in and the conversation being had is the exact same thing I spoke about just before he started class.
But after, the camp, with all the length there, Asha came back and has been practicalizing all he has learned. Asha can now fry eggs for himself, which is a great achievement to us because everything was always grandma, grandma, and he can fry eggs, he can boil eggs, he can make indomie for himself, he can boil rice, so he's doing almost everything. In fact, he's even trying some adventures in the kitchen. Sometimes I just see him making some things. I say, what is this one? Say I should just wait, and see what he's going to do. So it's a great achievement. We were the main problem who caused this. I in particular, and I think the mom, who is my daughter, followed in my footsteps.
So there's been a great difference in his behavior, his leadership, and all around. He looks up to you people, and he's like, I'll be a volunteer when I finish secondary school. When I get to university, I'll become a BLA volunteer and things like that. So we're not going anywhere because we see the difference that BLA is making. But the biggest thing we've picked from the academy is the skills. Now, Asha would, when Coach Ebuka gives them tasks, wash your dad's car, wash your parents' car, you have to go out and try, because there's an accountability system where you have to, at the end of the week, you have to go and say whether you did your task or not. So, he tells them, wash your bathroom, arrange your room. Those are things we were not doing before. But in the space of 1 year, Asha can prepare his meals. He wakes up by himself. That's another big win we've had since he started secondary school. Sets his alarm, wakes up, dresses up, comes down, does everything by himself. I don't need to push as much. And then for us at home, what we've done is we try to support the structures. It's not Coach Ebuka's job, it's not the academy's job, to fix our children and to make them the whole persons that they are. How many hours do they spend in the academy? How much time, how much exposure do they have? And so for us, we've put in structures as they're being taught in the academy, we try to implement, right? And that's why the academy has meetings with us quarterly and periodically to tell us and keep us abreast of what they're doing so that we can shadow and do the same thing at home, or we are not eroding what they're being taught in the academy. Because the implementation takes place here. And so those are some of the ways that we've been able to support, the work that's been done in the academy. The things these kids know, I think as parents, we take for granted, and we live in ignorance, and we're like ostriches putting our heads in the sand, pretending like these things do not happen. Children are having sexual conversations. People are talking about the various sexual dynamics that we have nowadays. I would like to use this opportunity to call upon parents. A lot of my friends I have sent flyers to, I've told them, enroll your children, those in the diaspora, those in Nigeria. It is war we are facing right now. It's only a few that are going to stand out. So if you're outside there, your boys don't have structures. Boys need structure. Boys abhor structure. They like random, they like spontaneity, they have energy, they can do things anyhow. But if you're able to, curtail that and guide them aright, you have a fair chance of achieving the results that you want to see.
I just want to, pray for the leadership of the academy, that God will continue to strengthen them, God will continue to help them, and God will continue to provide for them.
If your boys are not in the academy, just run before it closes and enroll them. You'll be doing your own self a world of good. You're not helping anybody, you're helping yourself.